Now, speaking of Tony, because I see all these videos that are made, and unfortunately, the death of Leo has caused a lot of controversy, and people are still making up theories, still making up bull. And I'm going to explain to you, I'm going to give you a small update on Leo, but I'm also going to explain to you the reason why people aren't hearing anything. So there's a few things I want to cover in this video. But the first one is going to be about Tony Huge. You guys probably already know who Tony Huge is. He's the one who plays with tricks. He does injections on camera. He does a lot of things that you're not supposed to do on YouTube. And recently, his newest channel was taken down. Let's take this road. Oh, this winding road. And he's had channels over the years because he's been very controversial since he started on YouTube a few years ago. And I remember when I used to watch his first channel, he had over 100,000 subscribers. And then he did some crazy shit and it got taken down. Then he started again. And then that one got taken down. So he's got a lot of channels. He's had a lot of channels over the past few years and they've always been taken down. He's like, you remember Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street? He always comes back. The same shit with Tony Huge. He always finds a way to come back, which I have to credit him for because losing a channel can be very demoralizing. It's probably one of the worst feelings in the world to know how much work you put in something and then see it all gone and vanish and one day there's nothing you could do about it. And I know a little bit about that because you guys remember when I used to make the Predator videos with Eric Kanefsky. At the time, Eric had 100,000 subscribers. We started doing Predator videos, me and him. His channel went out to up over 500,000 subscribers. I started a channel, 8 videos. I went over 100,000 subscribers, right? And our videos, each one we did had 2-3 million views. That was the good old days, right? And then they took Eric's channel down. He was crushed. He was demoralized. And my channel, I haven't really used it much since because I haven't really had the drive to do it. I had to start all over again and go by the guidelines and reinvent myself over here. And the same thing happened. Eric, I remember the feeling he had when he lost it. And I talked to him and I said, hey, listen, man, start another channel. You got to listen. You got to do what it is. If you want to stay on this platform, the rules are always changing. But if you want to stay here, you have to listen by them and do what you have to do. And now look, here, Eric is doing good. He's got another channel and he's doing well. He's not doing the Predator videos anymore because you can't do them. And he's doing well. So I talked to Tony when this happened and I remember how down he was. And I talked to him and I was like, listen, man, we know, everyone watching knows, I know you love doing these controversial things, but you can't really do them on YouTube. It's not the place for it. Start a channel, a normal channel, do everything by the guidelines, and then do the things you want to do, play with the trends, do all the crazy shit you want to do, right? Put that on Rumble because you can do it over there, but it doesn't mean you have to be off YouTube. Right? Because if you do the things you're supposed to do, YouTube usually won't take you down. But you got to do it by the book. You can't do it against the YouTube guidelines, and they're ever changing. I mean, listen, you guys know, my favorite words in the world is bullshit, piece of shit, mother. But I can't even do that in my videos anymore. So I had to change. I have to censor all these words because it's not allowed. So it's either I change my ways or I'm done over here. So sometimes you got to take a step back, look at yourself, and make changes if you want to continue. If not, you can't be here anymore. You got to move on, do something else, But if you want to be here, you got to listen just the way things are. Now, speaking of Tony, because I see all these videos that are made, and they're, unfortunately, the death of Leo has caused a lot of controversy, and people are still making up theories, still making up bullshit. And I'm going to explain to you, I'm going to give you a small update on Leo, but I'm also going to explain to you the reason why people aren't hearing anything.
It's go time. It's time to take it off. It's go time. I got to jump off. Baby, it's go time. When it's y'all bedtime, I'm ready for showtime. Bring it back. Yeah, it's go time. It's time to take it off. It's go time.
So I know that the FBI has made progress on the case, but do I know what's going on? No. I know for a fact they made progress. Does Lucy, does anyone in the family know? Nobody knows. And the reason why is because if people know what the FBI is doing, it's going to cause problems in finding out exactly what happened. So everyone's making these videos still to this day, trying to do their own investigations like Columbo. You guys remember Columbo in the 80s had that show? Everyone thinks they're a detective. Everyone thinks they're a Columbo, but you can't be. You just got to be patient if you guys actually want to find out what happens. And just realize that the more you make up shit, the more things you guys say is the more problems you cause for the investigation. So it's better off not saying anything and be patient and wait and let the people who know how to do their job do their job. And I'm sure that we're going to have some answers soon. Now, before I talk about something else, just to conclude the Tony subject, I talked to Tony and I'm going to have him on the channel like I did the podcast with Sonny Andrews. I'm going to do one with Tony here shortly, maybe in the week or two. So stay tuned for that because I really enjoyed doing that content. The documentaries, listen guys, I love making the documentaries more than anything. But you got to understand they take so much time to do. And right now, if I did them and that's all I did, I'd go bankrupt faster than I already am. So just bear with me, but more documentaries are coming as well. But I like to do other content. It's not the only thing that I want to do here. So the last thing I want to talk about is something very important, something I've been thinking about the past few days, especially since I did the Sonny Andrews video. It doesn't really have to do with her, but it has to do with this type of things in general. And something I've always thought about on YouTube, and it seems like lately it's gotten a lot worse. And my issue is everyone should have a chance in life to speak. Okay, the bigger platforms, the people who have big channels, right? They can make videos trashing people, whoever it is. Okay, and they have such a big reach that it changes the narrative in what the story truly is. And you never get to hear the other side of the story, which is the issue that I have, not only with just what we're dealing with here, fitness channels, whatever, but also mainstream news. They've been doing this for years, but I didn't grow up in that time. I grew up in a time when you watch the news, Peter Jennings, and most of you guys don't know who that is. You watch the news, right? Fox, CNN, doesn't matter what you watch. People, okay, us, the audience, are watching. We don't get a biased report. We get to watch both sides and then make a decision on what we want the narrative to be. Not a one-sided thing, which is going on over here. And it's a big problem because a lot of these people don't have a platform to speak. You know, you have such a big platform, somebody can make a video, get 500,000 views, and completely kill that person's reputation. And this is the thing, it's not about if the person's right or if he's not right, but I believe that people, all sides, should be heard and the people should have a chance to speak. And I welcome them to come on my channel if they have things that they want to talk about, because I just don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair that people don't have a chance to tell their side of the story anymore. And it's almost like if you're a fanboy of somebody, right, you can go and pimp them all day and night. But then if you don't like people, you could just trash them and ruin their reputation. And this is I don't believe in. And to me, that's not true journalism. True journalism is showing both sides of the stories like I was talking about and letting the audience decide from themselves what they want to take out of it. But you know what I noticed? The people, okay, who have the biggest stones to throw on people, they got bigger ones to hide themselves. So they should be the last ones doing this bullying and this fucking bullshit videos that they've been doing to people. So again, thanks for watching. Any updates, I'll give it to you guys. And comment below who you guys want to see interviewed on here. Because like I said, I think everyone has a chance to speak. I like doing it. I know how to do it in a way where I'm not biased. I'm not taking sides because I'm not here for that. I'm here to get a story and give you guys a story. And again, to help you guys judge who you want to believe or not. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.